Ajagara Gita from the Mahabharata. Shanti Parva Bhishma narrates to Yudhishthira the dialogue between Prahlada and the sage Ajagara, the python-like sage, as evidence that detachment arising from the knowledge of the impermanence of the world leads to happiness. Yudhishthira said, "O knower of conduct, by what kind of life should a person roam the earth free from sorrow? What should a man do in this world in order to attain the highest state?" Bhishma said, in this connection the ancient history is also cited, the dialogue between Prahlada and the sage Ajagara. King Prahlada, wise and foremost among the intelligent, once questioned a wandering Brahmana, who was peaceful in mind and free from affliction. Prahlada said, "You appear calm, capable, gentle, self-controlled, free from desire and without envy. You speak pleasantly, are honored by people, wise, yet you wander like a child. You do not seek gain, nor do you grieve over loss. You seem ever content, O Brahmana, as if you consider nothing to be truly yours. When beings are being carried away by the current of life, you appear unconcerned. In matters of righteousness, desire and wealth, you seem unmoved like an anvil. You do not actively pursue righteousness or wealth, nor do you indulge in pleasure. Disregarding objects of the senses, you move about like a detached witness. What wisdom do you possess? What knowledge have you heard? What is your way of life, O sage? Quickly tell me, O Brahmana, what you consider to be the highest good." Bhishma said, thus questioned, that wise one, who knew the duties of the world, spoke to Prahlada in gentle and meaningful words. The sage said, "Observe, O Prahlada, the birth of beings without any apparent cause, their decline, growth, and destruction. Seeing this, I neither rejoice nor grieve. All activities are seen to proceed from nature itself. Everything acts according to its own nature. None can change that. See, O Prahlada, how unions always end in separation, and accumulations end in destruction. Therefore I fix my mind on nothing. All beings are perishable and subject to qualities. Knowing their birth and death, what permanence can I perceive in them? Even aquatic beings meet their end in the ocean, both the great-bodied and the minute. Among moving and unmoving beings, O Lord of the Asuras, I clearly see death everywhere, even among earthly creatures. Among those who move in the sky, even the mighty birds, death rises at the appointed time. Even the heavenly lights that move in the sky, both small and great, I see falling in due course of time. Seeing all beings thus bound by death, the wise man understands everything generally and sleeps happily, his duty fulfilled. If by chance I obtain a large meal, I consume it. At other times I remain without food for many days and simply lie down. Sometimes abundant food comes to me, sometimes little, sometimes very small, and sometimes none at all. Sometimes I eat a single grain, sometimes even oil cake. At other times I eat rice and meat and many varieties of food. Sometimes I sleep on a bed. Sometimes I lie on the ground. Sometimes a palace becomes my resting place. Sometimes I wear rags, linen, or deerskin. Sometimes I wear very costly garments. Whatever rightful enjoyment comes by chance, I neither reject it nor run after what is difficult to obtain." The sages say that the state which is unmoving, imperishable, auspicious, free from sorrow, pure and incomparable, is attained through the Ajagara vow, which the deluded avoid. This vow I follow in purity. With steady mind, unfallen from my duty, knowing the higher and the lower, free from fear, anger, greed and delusion, I observe this pure Ajagara vow. Food, drink and enjoyments come with uncertain results, divided by destiny in place and time. Knowing this truth, and seeking inner peace, I follow the Ajagara vow. Seeing people overcome by desire, grieving because they fail to obtain wealth, I reflect wisely upon reality and follow this Ajagara vow. Seeing how people pursue wealth through many improper and degrading means, I who delight in tranquility and self-control, follow this Ajagara vow. Pleasure and pain, gain and loss, love and hatred, life and death, seeing them as governed by destiny, I follow the Ajagara vow. Observing people who enjoy the fruits of actions, I remain peaceful, endowed with patience and intelligence, free from fear, attachment, delusion and pride, and follow this Ajagara vow. With no fixed place of rest or seat, yet practicing self-control, discipline, truth and purity, free from accumulation of results, cheerful in mind, I follow this Ajagara vow. Seeing how people strive for pleasure and suffer for its sake, I fix my mind within myself, and restrain it with contentment. And follow this Ajagara vow. The mind does not cling to what is pleasant or painful. knowing that both are rare and impermanent. Understanding this duality, I follow the Ajagara vow. Much has been said by wise men and poets, seeking fame for their doctrines, arguing endlessly, this alone is truth, and criticizing one another. Seeing how humans fall into confusion through these conflicting doctrines, and how endless faults arise from them, I wander among people free from the thirst of such errors. Bhishma said, "The man who follows in this world the vow and conduct of the Ajagara, free from attachment, fear, greed, delusion and anger, indeed moves about happily in this life." Thus ends the Ajagara Gita in the Moksha Dharma section of the Shanti Parv of the Mahabharata, chapter 177.